Welcome to day one. Today is all about preparing the body for energy work. And today is an exciting day as this is the first official day of the 5-day challenge. Now, I know some of you just joined, so if you didn't get a chance to watch the pre-training materials yet, you'll definitely want to watch those. Otherwise, here's what we're going to cover today. Today is all about the first thing you must do before doing any kind of energy work. And yes, tapping into your psychic gifts is a form of energy work. So what's this very first thing that you must do? Well, you must honor your physical body first. All right, you must honor your physical body first. And let's start with why honoring the body is important. Imagine, right, when you watch a scary movie, right? You ever watch a scary movie and there you are, you're sitting in a movie theater, and before you walk in, you tell yourself, okay, this is not real, right? This is not real. And yet there you are sitting there, the suspense builds up, you have no idea what to expect, and bam, right? The boogeyman comes out of nowhere, the whole theater jumps, your heart is racing, and your breathing is all choppy, like, you know. And the funny thing is, you know that none of this is real, right? It's just happening on the screen, right? So here's why this is important to consider before doing any kind of energy work and tapping into your gifts. Just know right off the bat that even though that stuff on the screen isn't real, your body will react anyway, right? It's just what the body does. It reacts. And it reacts that way to help you be alert, right? There's kind of like something subconscious, always on the lookout for danger. And if there really is danger all around, or even if there's not, right, then jumping is just a way of the body getting your attention, right? And with this, being alert literally is all about survival. It's all about survival for your body. Now, back to accessing your gifts. If you can imagine, here you are wanting to access your gifts, but the body goes into freak out mode, right? Because you encountered some kind of weird energy or something unknown or something unfamiliar to you. And guess what happens next? And this is a really important key for you to consider. When you get into this kind of survival space or when the body freaks out, it literally knocks you out of your psychic space. Okay? So here you are trying to be psychic, the body freaks out, you get knocked out of your psychic space, and it's no wonder why many of you are like, how do I control my gifts? How do I control my gifts? Well, consider for a moment that it's less about controlling your gifts, right? It's really more about honoring your body first. So what does this mean exactly? Well, here are 3 keys to honoring your body. Key number 1 is you must be grounded, right? You must ground. And there are all kinds of methods to ground. However, close your eyes for a moment and, just go and imagine for a moment. Go and imagine the trees and the plants that are rooted outside, right? Literally connected to Mother Earth. And likewise, all grounding is that feeling of being rooted, feeling safe, connected. And just like how a tree or a plant will encounter all kinds of weather, from being windy to calm to rainy, to even bearing fruit in the spring, the tree is firmly planted no matter what's going on around it. And this is what I mean by being grounded. All right, so you could open your eyes for a moment if you wish. And so going back to the analogy of going into a scary movie, what if while you are accessing your gifts, all kinds of energies just can come your way, just like all kinds of weather? Well, grounding your body can help the body to feel safe, feel rooted, no matter what's going on. All right, so on day 5 of the training, I'll go ahead and lead you through a very specific way to ground, to do this energy work, along with all the other tools I'll be teaching over the next 5 days. So definitely stick around for that training so you could experience that for yourself. All right, so that's key number 1, ground. You must ground your body. Key number 2 to honoring your body is to literally let your body know you're about to do some energy work. And so what this means is like you could tell your body right now, literally talk to your body right now, hey body, we're about to do some energy work. It's just like saying to yourself, hey body, we're going to be walking into that scary movie. And yes, you're likely to jump out of your seat, right? You're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so scary, right? That's a form of literally you're talking to yourself. And at the same time, you're saying to yourself, but it's not real. Likewise, you literally have to say to your body, hey body, we're about to do some energy work right now. And you might see some really crazy things that make no sense to you, right? However, don't freak out too much. It's just energy. Now, do you see how much of a difference this will make to your body when you can prepare your body in this way? And can you imagine if you didn't tell your body? Your body will still react, right? At least it's not a surprise. Does that make sense? And therefore, you won't get knocked out of your psychic space, right? Because you kind of just expect it. And remember, your body has all these built-in mechanisms in order to survive. And being scared and frightened is one of these survival mechanisms. So letting your body know is crucial, right? Letting your body know what you're up to is crucial. And then, when you are in your psychic space, nice and grounded, then you can just read and not be in survival mode when working with energy. And again, when you are in survival mode, you're not accessing your gifts. You've literally lost access, right? So again, it's less about controlling your gifts. It's more about, hey, how can you honor the body when it does get freaked out? All right, and so that's key number 2. Key number 3, the last key here to honoring your body is you must practice. All right, you must practice. Now, quick story. When I was in the Navy, one of the things we had to do, I think it was like week 5 of the training, I forget exactly when, but they made us go through the gas chamber, right? And not to be too graphic, but when you go in, your eyes start to water, snot literally comes out your nose, and your skin starts to itch, right? You just feel it all over. Now imagine being in a war zone, right? And next thing you know, you can't breathe. You're reacting to some gas out there, right? And the battlefield is scary. It's just not a good place to freak out, right? Now imagine that you didn't know that that's just how the body reacts when this gas comes around you, right? If you didn't know, you'd literally freak out. And like I said, in the battlefield, you don't want to be freaking out. However, if you did know, right? If you did know that that's just how your body reacts, right? And so the next time it does happen, it at least gives you a fighting chance, right? To stay calm, cool, collected. Like, oh, okay, my eyes are watering, snot's coming out. Hey, that's just what my body does, right? And then you don't have to panic so much. You just know, hey, that's just how the body reacts. And those that do go out into the battlefield, right? They actually do go and practice going into the gas chamber often. And, some of these Marines, for example, they go into increasing more and more gas in the gas chamber, right? But it's more so, right, because they get to know how their body will react. And the more that they know how the body will react, the more they won't get surprised. And then the more that they can stay calm, cool, collected, and take the necessary action that they need to take in that moment. Okay? So the key is they practice, they get familiar, and it's not an overnight thing, right? Literally, they take it step by step by step, right? And it's kind of funny because just bringing back this memory that you'll see it in the faces of those who are going into the gas chamber for the first time, like, they're freaking out, right? Versus those who have gone in many times. And some of the Marines, they go in snot and all, and they're like, meh, it's my body reacting. All right, same goes, right? Same goes for tapping into your third eye and accessing your gifts, right? At first, you might feel some throbbing in your third eye. I've had many students say, oh, my third eye is throbbing, right? Some of you get ringing in your ears, right? And that's because, maybe spirit's trying to contact you through your ears and there's all this ringing. Or if you're an empath, right, or highly sensitive to energy, then you can get overwhelmed by all these foreign energies, right? Because empaths tend to absorb a lot of energy. And yes, these are all very common reactions, but the more you practice learning the signs of your own body, then the more you just recognize, oh, okay, that's just how my body reacts to that energy. And then when that happens, then you won't get freaked out, right? You won't get knocked out of your psychic space. You could just literally read the energy, right? You can just remain neutral. And then you can carry on with even more energy work and gain even higher levels of psychic awareness. All right, so how does all that sound? To sum up, all right, honor the body first. And you take these 3 keys into account when honoring the body. Be grounded. That's number 1. Number 2, communicate with your body that you're about to do some energy work. And then number 3, you practice. All right. Don't think just because you get grounded one night that's it, right? You actually have to keep practicing, keep getting familiar with how your body reacts to all different kinds of energies, right? Which is what I cover in my more advanced programs when we start encountering all different kinds of energies like past life energies or how to reach chakras or spirit guides, et cetera, right? And as they say, knowing is half the battle. All right. Well, anyway, like I mentioned in previous videos, just take this information in, digest it. Then on day 5, I'll lead you through a special tools, through the special tools to learn how to ground in this very specific way in order to access your psychic gifts, and a very specific way to honor the body. And also remember to keep up with the training, right? Because this group will shut down at the end. And last reminder, I will be making an offer to those interested in what next level looks like, right? What does next level look like when you do get in the practice of honoring the body? Imagine all the kinds of things that you could read and stuff like that, past lives and stuff like reading chakras or contacting your spirit guides. It's just all a lot of fun stuff, right? Now, before we get that far, you definitely want to check out tomorrow's video. And I'm calling this How Not to Access Your Psychic Gifts. And I'll talk about what you must avoid in order to open up your gifts once you're grounded and honoring the body. So last but not least, go ahead and comment or add your questions below. What are some of your challenges to accessing your gifts? Where have you felt blocked? Or maybe what are some methods that you use now to stay grounded? And I'd love for you to go ahead and just comment below with the word grounded. At the very least, just comment below with the word grounded to let me know that you've watched this video. I'm definitely keeping an eye on the action takers. So if you do have any questions or comments and just need that extra assistance, I'm happy to respond and reply to all your comments below. All right, see you in the next video.